Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Todd Duncan Coaching and Coaching Live. I am Hope Bourman. I'm the Divisional President for Todd Duncan Coaching, and I have with me one of our certified coaches, April Blackwell. Good morning, Ms. April.
Good morning, Hope. So good to be with you here this morning.
It's amazing to be with you this morning as well. I'm just so excited for today. I know you and I have been prepping for a week or so, and so super excited. Before we get started, just want to kind of let everyone know that we bring Coaching Live every Wednesday morning to our audience. Our intent and our goal is purely to just add value, maybe drop a seed, give you influence, give you inspiration, and maybe give you some tactical ideas that you can implement into your business today. So let's start off with that. So April, I don't know how many people in their coaching world know you. So can you tell us a little bit about you?
Sure. My name is April Blackwell, and I am the owner of Blackwell Mortgage. Just got licensed in February this year, and it's something that had been maybe a thought, but never a realistic tactical thing that I would ever do until I found Todd Duncan going on 3 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, and got into coaching, transformed my entire business as an employee, and gave me the confidence to go out on my own and to start my own business. So I'm truly thankful for Todd Duncan Coaching, for his events and all of the material, and for you, Hope, to be a source of inspiration to me, to have given me the ability and the mindset that I needed to kind of charge forward.
Yeah, absolutely. April, it's really interesting that we rarely find a person. And, obviously when you've been in coaching, you've been obviously an inspiration to all of us. And we've loved watching your continued success and growth. Since you become a coach with us, you and I have had some time to get to know each other a little bit better. And I'm telling you, it's not often that you find your person, but you're definitely one of my people. So
well, really thank you. Well, I always enjoy dialoguing with you, and your amazing book recommendations are just incredible. So happy to be one of your people. You're one of mine.
Okay, great. So let's talk about this a little bit. So today we're going to be talking about the law of the hourglass. And this is one of the 14 laws of high trust selling, written by Todd Duncan. It's a New York Times bestseller. If you haven't read it, I highly encourage you to do so. Read it at least once a year. We do. And one of the things that, obviously that Todd talks about in the law of the hourglass is you must make your moves before your time runs out. So April, in today's market, we're in an unusual market. I think we've seen them before, but we're in a multiple offers, buyers trying to get win offers. We've got limited inventory. How are you coaching our coaching members right now to win in this current environment?
It's such an incredible question. It's such a timely topic, and it's something that I'm sure all of our members are contemplating and talking about every day. Mm-hmm. And I apply the miracle equation to everything, into coaching and into my personal practice. Mm-hmm. The miracle equation is unwavering faith and extraordinary effort. So I want to talk about the extraordinary effort piece around the controllables, right?
Yes.
We can't control that there's 30 offers on this house.
Right.
Can't control it.
Right. Yeah.
We can't control that inventory has never been lower. We can't control attitudes. We can't control stress. We can't other people's stress. But what we have to do is identify the controllables under the three heroes and guides in our story, right?
Right.
Our client, us, and our agent. Mm-hmm. So from our standpoint, what can we control? Mm-hmm. Bar minimum is that pre-approval. And not a pre-qualification. Pre-qualifications are dead. Do not do a pre-qualification. Your clients have too much at risk. The file must be pre-underwritten. You need all docs in the file, no question. They have to be able to go confidently into battle, because it's a battle. It's hard, it's tough. We have to be honest about the situation. We have to understand our market. Each of our markets may be a little bit different. Mm-hmm. What's winning in my market may be different than what's winning in somebody else's market. So that's a part of it. It's a part of the controllable, knowing your market, conveying the message to the client as to what you are seeing winning. You got to do the pre-approval, no doubt. And then the extraordinary effort beyond the pre-approval is doing a video with your pre-approval letter to the listing agent and seller. My clients are amazing. I have fully underwritten the file. I have credit, income, assets, automated underwriting findings. This loan is a shoe-in. We're great. We're good. They're golden. We just need you to sign the contract so we can get this in and get this to closing.
Right.
Those are our controllables and our extraordinary effort that we can do.
Right.
We can also call the listing agent. We can text listing agent. Now, granted, listing agents are bombarded with calls,
right,
texts, emails, everything. If they're getting 30 offers today, even though you might be the only lender, do it anyway.
Right, sure.
Do it anyway. It's better for you to have tried and not been listened to than to have not tried at all.
Exactly. So, let me dial back to something that you said. I just want to go a little bit deeper on that one conversation, because this is a conversation that I've been having with our coaching members on a regular basis. And that is, how are you consulting? How is your consultation with your borrower before they go out shopping for? What does that consultation start to look like? And are you really, truly, as you were saying earlier, informing them of what's going on in the market and what it's going to take to win the offer, so that when they go out into the marketplace and they're get in the car with their real estate agent, that they are very, very well informed, they're educated, and they know that they know what needs to have happen. They know what their parameters are. They know where their guidelines are. So when the opportunity comes up, they're not going to hesitate.
Absolutely. Most clients already know that it's crazy. Like, they go in with the understanding it's going to be nuts, and they're looking for you to help them through that. They're following their apps, right?
Sure.
Pending today, sold tomorrow, pending, listed pending. They know it's going fast.
Right.
And then it's our job to articulate what we are seeing that is actually working for our agents and for our clients. So every loan that comes across with a sales contract that's fully executed, I'm digesting it. Who, what, when, where, how. How was this approved? What made the difference? I call the agent. I find out. I'm collecting stories. I'm collecting stories. I'm collecting best practices. I'm putting it inside my treasure chest. So when I have this initial consultation, I'm informing them based on experience. I'm not saying this from this is what April Blackwell says you have to do, and this is my thoughts and opinion. I preface it with, what I'm about to inform you of is not necessarily my preference, and I'm not encouraging you to do any of these things. However, it is my job to fully prepare you for what is ahead. Here is what has been winning offers lately. Are you willing to take that kind of risk? You may need to get to a point in your head first before you start making offers, especially if I'm talking to somebody early on the process. And I'll give an example. If I know what their price point is, let's just say 300. I'll say, okay, in this price point, what we're seeing today is an offer price at least 10% above, which means if it's listed for 300, you need to be offering at least 330 to be considered. Not even to win, but to be considered as a winning offer. Next, on top of that, at least 10% of that number should be your due diligence. So in North Carolina, we have something called due diligence, and it's a non-refundable fee. Not fee. It's your deposit. It's the earnest money for the deposit, but it's not refundable unless you close. And if you close, it goes towards your cash to close.
Sure.
In some markets, it's all refundable if you back out by a certain date. In North Carolina, due diligence is not refundable at all. So what we're seeing is that people are putting in, at this price point, at least $30,000 in due diligence, and then waiving their due diligence period. So what this means to you, my dear client, is you need to be decisive. You need to be 100% in it.
Yes.
You're at the poker table and your chips are all in, and there's no wavering. And you need to be fast. You be quick. If your agent tells you at 8 o'clock in the morning that she got a space for you at 10 o'clock to see it, you need to reschedule your day. It doesn't matter if you have a doctor's appointment. You need to go. You need to go, because you may not get the opportunity again. And then also listen to your agent. If your agent is telling you stories about the market, or he's telling you stories about the market, I'm giving you this so that you know that we're all on the same page. They're not making this up. It's not a sales tactic. This is the reality. You can find out for yourself. It may take you a few tries to figure it out. Just don't fall in love with any of the homes. Don't fall in love. Listen to your agent. Just get out there and try, and don't be discouraged if you don't win. It's taking many people multiple tries. And I talk to them about extraordinary effort and unwavering faith. You know, like, you must believe that your turn is going to come up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is something that we are dealing with, is that the client comes into the market, and if we aren't setting their mindset, if we aren't, engaging them and really kind of informing them of what the market really looks like, and that this is the long game. This is a long game. This is not the short game. You have to get your mindset ready for the long game, because you're right, April, that their home is there for them. And when they win that offer, that is their house. And every other offer that they don't win, that wasn't their house.
That's right. It's just not meant for you. And some people have a very healthy attitude about that. And in fact, I'm going to share something with you that I talked about with an agent this morning that I really thought was extraordinary in a losing situation that led to an opportunity for their client. This to me is like really transcending. So they submitted an offer, they lost.
Yeah.
The buyer's agent wrote a beautiful email to the listing agent. We just really wanted to thank you so much for considering the Joneses offer. We really appreciated the opportunity to work with you on this deal.
Yes.
Best of luck. Just a thank you for losing. The listing agent was so impressed by the realtor's extraordinary effort, even in a losing situation, and extraordinary attitude. He said, listen, I have a home coming down the street that's very similar to the one that just sold. I'm going to show it to you first before I list it. And her clients got the next house.
Perfect. And that was their house.
The first one wasn't meant for them. But again, there's us, the client, and our agent. We need to coach our realtors into their extraordinary effort, and also to not give up. We have to wrap all of this in a blanket of self-care and support as well. They're tired.
Right.
They're tired. They're getting burnt out. Many agents are giving up. They're saying, I'm just going to sit out on the sidelines and wait for this to cool down. Those agents will not be realtors in the future. They will need to go back into the workforce and do something else. But
which brings up a really important point, April, and thank you for bringing that up, because I think that, the agent that our buyers are choosing to represent them and be their advocate, that has become more important than ever. Because the fact that the agent that they're choosing to work with and represent them in an offer needs to be an agent that is well known, well respected in their industry and seasoned in their industry, because as you just mentioned, there are a lot of agents in this business, and if a listing agent sees
Hope. Is it me? Hope, I don't hear you. Let's see. I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Okay. So sorry, we lost connection.
No, it's not you. I think it may be something on our end over here. So I apologize, everyone, for the disconnect. Okay, so let's jump on. Todd Duncan teaches us that managing your moves, not your time, is the key to success. So what are some of the important moves that originators should be making today to win in today's environment?
Follow-up is key.
Yes.
Staying very connected to your client and your agent. Mm-hmm. And the partnership, the teamwork has never been more important. In fact, I'm calling my agents on a regular basis. I'm like, I want to make sure we are singing from this same hymnal. Like, we need to be singing the same. This is what I'm saying. What are you saying? Like, are we connected? Like, because I'm being very honest and very real with my clients, but at the same, and I'm trying to also encourage at the same time, but it doesn't necessarily come across as being super positive, right? Because the reality is not, this is great, you're going to buy a house today. That's just not the reality. Yeah. So I ask my agents, so organizing your time so you make time to be connected to your agents during the day. First things first. Do their temperature check. How are they feeling? We need to fill our buckets up first at the beginning of every day. We've got to feel great. We've got to get this mindset right. Like, we got to take care of ourselves and feel great so that we can speak words of encouragement to others, and because they're tired, and we want to encourage them to keep going and let them know, hey, listen, I just had a deal won, and the reason why they won it was because they made an offer on a Thursday. Yes. They didn't wait until the weekend. They were the first one on the scene. Just because they said the deadline for the offers was 6 p.m. on Saturday night, they didn't wait. It was listed on Wednesday. They made an offer on Thursday, and they feel like this is the reason why they won. Like, let's check in on your strategy. So making time for these crucial conversations, temperature check, and teamwork, and then and also just tracking, because let's be honest, we're going to pre-approve people. Yes. And their credit score is going to expire.
Exactly.
It's a long game, like you said.
Yeah, so exactly.
We're not converting these people in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days.
No.
It might be a year.
Right.
So we have to stay close to them. We have to stay top of mind. We have to add value. We have to encourage them. Some of my clients are on their 10th offer.
Right.
Something 10th, and just letting them know that they're not alone. Right. It's tough. Right. We're here to support them. Let me know when you make the next offer. Right. I'll update your letter, the video. I'll call the agent. I'm gonna do my part for you.
Exactly.
I'm cheering you on.
Exactly. So yeah. Excellent. So true. And it's absolutely true. And that also builds trust. I just want to acknowledge Teresa O'Dad is on Coaching Live with us this morning. So good morning, Teresa. So always happy to see you, and always makes me a little bit happier knowing that you're watching. So great to see you, Teresa. And Teresa O'Dad is obviously Scotsman's Guide, one of the top women production for 2020, and she's also one of our coaches. Actually, she is one of our core coaches, our original coaches for Todd Duncan Coaching. So, and also probably speaking of people, definitely my person. So I just want to obviously say hello to Teresa and wish her well in her day to day. So one of the things that I just want to talk about a little bit, and just for 1 minute, and that is to kind of throw you a curveball. We're coming up to the end of our call, if you can believe that. And I just wanted to say to you one little thing. So when it comes, April, take a breath. When it comes to achieving your goals, what is the one thing that you know for sure?
The one thing I know for sure is mindfulness. Being mindful of every detail.
Sure.
Being mindful of my process. What can I improve in this process? Todd's number one principle, irrefutable.
Yes.
Is everything can be improved. I am uber over the top conscious about being mindful on everything that can be improved, whether it's the processing aspect, the client experience, my conversation. I'm always tweaking my conversation, my mood, my feeling. Like, I can't jazz you up if I'm feeling low.
Sure.
So I have to keep myself feeling good. I have to take care of myself. So just the absolute mindfulness impacts every aspect of my life, which impacts my daily conversation, which impacts my business.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I absolutely love that. And I love that you connected it to one of the first principle of Todd's 5 irrefutable principles. And I thought what's really interesting is that what I have learned from Todd is that, that principle, obviously, that everything can be improved. And in that process, being mindful and or assessing, as you just mentioned, April, is consistently happening on an ongoing basis so that we're consistently improving, making little tweaks here and there that makes perhaps a world of difference, right?
It makes all the difference in the world to your short and long-term success.
Exactly. So April, as we close out, tell me, what made you decide to become a Todd Duncan coach?
Oh my goodness. I have received so much from coaching as a client, and I'm still in coaching. I've graduated to master, so I get to learn the big boy stuff and the big girl stuff. So I'm really excited about that now that I have a team, and it has done so much for me in transforming my life, my business. And they say, like, when you study to teach, you learn more. So
Yes.
I wanted to do it to learn even more and heighten my own skills, but at the same time to give back and to help and encourage others.
Right.
Because if this starfish could be rescued, then there's many more starfish out there. And I just wanted to make a difference in the lives of those that I touch.
That's amazing. And you do. And we're just so excited to see the new year come. And I'm excited, and congratulations on your new business. I hear that it's taken off like a rocket. So well done. And anything that we can do to support you in that or in your coaching, it's just a phone call away. I want to thank everybody. I want to say hello to Michael Lloyd, who's one of our Canadian members. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Jennifer Krause, and one of our other coaches in the East Coast. So good morning, Jennifer. We have some Facebook people that have joined us today. So thank you. I don't always know who you are, but because it does says Facebook user, so I don't know. But thank you for joining us, and come join us next week. If you are not a coaching member of Todd Duncan Coaching, I highly encourage you and invite you to make the right move and schedule a free coaching consultation today. No obligation. Find out what all about is coaching. And in the meantime, join us next week. And if there's anything we can do, you can write me, hope.bourman@toddduncancoaching.com. So have a great day.
Awesome. Thanks, Hope. Take care.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.